Well, welcome back to the channel, people. Thank you for tuning in. And this morning we're going to be talking about the BMW S1000RR. Is it a beauty or is it a beast? So, I am coming up to literally 1 year's ownership on this bike at the end of July, and this morning she's going in for a service and an MOT down at BMW Tunbridge Wells. So after 1 year, what do I think? Is it a beauty or is it a beast? Let's start with the looks. In my opinion, it's certainly better looking than the previous generation with the different headlights. Wasn't a big fan of that. Like the fairings and the styling of the fins and the fairings on that model. But aesthetically, looking at the front of it, no, not for me. This model, straight away you're drawn to the front with the eyes. It's definitely a nice looking machine from the front. From the side, as you've probably seen from the intro there, I've added the belly pan just to make it a little bit more sports looking from the side, and to sort of try and hide that massive cat. So I think BMW probably could have done a bit better fairing wise, looking wise on the side, but aftermarket parts on the market, it's easily rectified to your taste. From the rear, love the integrated lights and indicators. I think that's a great thing. I know it's mixed opinions on those when you watch YouTube videos. Some people think they're dangerous, but all the time I've been out riding, my mate Dan, if he's riding behind me, he says your brake lights are really bright. So for me, it makes the tail end a lot more aggressive without a separate brake light, and I really like that. So looks wise, it's for me, it's beauty, not beast. Is it the best looking superbike on the market? No, definitely not. But again, that all comes down to personal opinion and personal choice. If I had to choose a sports bike purely on looks, what would I go for? Ooh, it's a difficult one. I think a lot of people would probably say the Panigale, especially the latest one. It doesn't look so like it's designed for the track. It looks more, probably not subtle is probably not the right word, but you know what I mean. It just looks more inviting to general people. So the Panigale's a nice looking bike. The new Fireblade's a gorgeous looking thing. And I have to say, I do like the look of that new KTM. Is it the 990 RC, CRR? I don't know, RRC or whatever it's called, the sports bike. That is a nice looking machine. So it definitely, the BMW definitely isn't the best looking sports bike in my opinion. Now, comfort. Is the comfort beauty or the beast? Well, I'd done a long weekend trip on this recently, down to Le Mans for the MotoGP. It's just over 800-mile round trip in Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah, so 4 days with not a massive amount of luggage, just enough for 4 days, and I found it absolutely fine. I don't think it would have been as comfortable if this bike didn't have cruise control, which by the way is probably one of the best inventions anyone could have come up with for 2 wheels. And cruise control on a sports bike in this day and age, for me, is a must, because not everyone can afford to have more than one bike in their garage. So what you've got is what you have to deal with, but you still want to go and do some long journeys, even if you've got a sports bike. Why wouldn't you? So cruise control is a must. The standard seat on this is nice and wide at the back and comfortable. That's absolutely fine. Right, what's going on here? Let's not hang about, let's filter through. Otherwise I'm going to be late for my appointment. So yeah, the seat's comfortable, the pegs are high as you'd expect, but the bars are not too, you know, the clip-ons are not ever so aggressive on the wrists, and you do have to adjust your position from time to time and have a little stretch, of course you do. But how many people with any motorbike, unless you're a GS fanboy, ride for more than sort of 2 hours without a break anyway? There's not many people, I certainly don't. I mean, I'll get probably 150 miles if I'm sort of touring on this, 150 to 160 miles per tank, riding reservely, you know. So comfort wise for me, it's fine, and I'm closer to 60 unfortunately these days than I am 50, with a dodgy spine. So and I still find it okay. Not the most comfortable, of course, but it does the job, and I'm quite happy with that. So comfort wise, it's not beauty, it's not beast, it sort of sits in the middle really. But as I say, the standard seat is more than adequate. I know a lot of people have said don't bother getting the M Sport seat, that's really firm and really not comfortable. So the standard seat, if anyone's looking at buying the M Sport seat and they're going to be doing long journeys, I would say don't bother. Yes, it looks nice because of the M badge, but that's about it. The tyres on this are Metzeler's. I can't remember what Sports Track is it? Sports Tech? Come on, dickhead. They're absolutely fine. And the handling of this machine is like nothing I've been on before. I kid you not. The handling on this is absolutely superb. I love it. I love the handling. I love how light the front feels. I love the way it's balanced. It ticks all the boxes for me for handling. So yes, handling wise is definitely beautiful. So that's a beauty in the box, 100%. And that sort of leaves us really with performance. Now I'm not going to quote all the figures because I'm quite sure if you're watching this video like me, you've probably watched loads of videos on BMW S1000RRs, especially if you're in the market or looking at getting one, and you want to see all types of videos and the figures and the stats and blah blah blah. So I'm not going to bore you with any of that. I'm just going to tell you, if I had to use one word to sum up the performance on this bike, it would be weapon. It would be weapon. It's crazy fast, crazy acceleration, and if you're into sports bikes, you know whether it's a good bike or not if, when you get on the bike and you're blasting through country lanes or hacking it down the motorway, if it puts a smile on your face, and in your mind you're riding out on your own, and in your mind you're saying to yourself, wow, then you know how good that performance is, because it makes you smile. There's nothing worse than getting on a motorbike and riding and you're just plodding along and you're not really thinking about the bike. The bike's not making you want to think about it. This bike makes you want to think about it and upgrade it to the next one eventually, rather than, well, I've had one of them now, so I think I'll move on and try something else. And I've rode lots and lots of sports bikes. Apologies for that, the camera malfunctioning. Just after I was saying I've rode a lot of sports bikes, etc, etc. But this is by far the best sports bike I've ever ridden, and you may notice I've got a change of jacket on. That's because it's now the afternoon, I've now picked it up from its service and its MOT. And yeah, a minor service, an MOT from BMW to Tunbridge Wells on a RR was basically £400 minus a couple of pence. So not the cheapest, but not the dearest, I've heard from other people as well. So yeah, so I absolutely love this bike, and 1 year of ownership, and I'm in no hurry to even think about changing it. I love it. So again, apologies for the cut off there while I was on the motorway, and it seems weird that I've jumped onto this bit, and it's battery issues with the camera, but there you go, these things happen. But leave some comments down below if you want to ask me anything about this bike. Give it a thumbs up if you like this video, and please hit that subscribe button, and I appreciate you watching. Until the next time, people, stay safe, ride safe, and think of other people and all that jazz, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers for now. Bye bye.